Hello, hello, hello. Here we are. Let's see how the tech is going to be for us today. Let me just take the camera quality down and see if that helps. Great, lovely to see you all. Just let's give it a moment while we gather. Insight timer. Those of you that are regulars know that sometimes the tech needs some time just to catch up. So welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you here. We're going to be working with the Inner Child Reset today and Roman Chamomile. So if you've got Roman Chamomile, please do grab it. I actually just had myself a little tea as well to really get into the spirit of it. And as I was sitting in contemplation before, I was thinking, I was kind of had this vision of sitting in a field of daisies, and they come from the same family. So it reminded me of being a kid and getting those daisy chains, and putting the thumbprint in and then weaving the stem of the daisy through and then making these chains. So I wonder, as we gather, what is fresh for you right now as you hear me speaking? What is coming up for you, and what did you read within the description that made you think, oh, I want to come along to this? Feel free to share anything and everything you like, and of course you don't have to share anything at all, but it's always lovely to hear from those of you that feel like you want to connect. But I know for some of you it's just nice to sit back and receive. So who have we got here? We've got April. Hi, April. And we've got Gunda from North Germany. You just had a tea. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take just a moment to settle in together. And Jess, hey Jess from Australia. I wonder what time it is for you. That's quite late, isn't it? At night right now for you. So thank you for joining. I wonder where else you're coming in from. I love the internet for this. We have our issues, of course, but I love the fact that we get to connect across the airwaves in this way, and to be together, even if you can't see each other. We are all in this particular what's the word I'm looking for, constellation, where we get to share this time and space through the genius of the internet, through the genius of Insight Timer. Okay, 10 p.m. Great, Jess. And to be together in this way, and to talk about something so delightful as these plant teachers. Chandra, very blessed morning in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Very happy to hear that for you, Chandra. Yes, I'm so happy that you're here to build a loving relationship with your inner child. You're in the right place. Hello, Tina from Wisconsin. First time with me. Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. I see some faces that have been here before with me as well. Welcome to you all. And also, of course, if you're new, I'm delighted that you're here. Do check out my other offerings on the platform. Jacqueline from upstate New York. Welcome, welcome. I think you might have been here yesterday with me. Kira, you've been feeling the presence of your inner child since yesterday, been connecting with her, hence here. Wonderful. Yes, Jacqueline, welcome, welcome. I love the yellow heart. All in the spirit of beautiful Roman chamomile. So what we're going to do together today, don't worry if you don't have the essential oil, you can call in the spirit of it. And also you can learn more by listening to what I'm going to say. And I like these to be experiential as well. So we will do an experience together. So you get to really tune in and tap into the essence. I'm really, really sorry if you can hear a fan going on the audio. I apologize for that. I can't do anything about it right now in this moment. But let's use it as white noise. Let's use it as white noise if you can hear it. All right. So, Roman chamomile. We are going to be connecting into our solar plexus chakra today. And this beautiful plant teacher also has many, many different names and nicknames, but one that I love is the nourishing protector. And it helps us to dissolve patterns of entanglement, overextension, self-doubt. What does that mean? If we think about the name, the nourishing protector, It's, for me, what it says is a reminder, a bit similar to what I was speaking about with coriander seed yesterday. When we nourish ourselves and come back to ourselves from that place, specifically, we're looking at the inner child today and letting the inner child know that it's safe to be them. They're encouraged to be creative and that they are welcome in whatever way they're feeling. This gives us this nourishing protector experience. Now, overextension, self-doubt, entanglement comes from from many reasons, but I'm going to use this example of lack of sense of self, when we've forgotten to tune in and tap into coming from our own being, our own center. If you've been with me before, I often speak about, or I've spoken about, keeping 70 or 80% of your attention on yourself and 20% to me, or whatever it is you're focusing on. And that is to build up this sense of remembrance of what it's like to stay with oneself, especially if you're someone who tends to be codependent, who tends to put the other first, who tends to be a people pleaser, who tends to give more than they can receive. This is a really good practice to keep for yourself, to build up that sense of self and to experience what that feels like to be in your essence. So Roman Chamomile is brilliant to bring clarity to the emotions. It soothes the nervous system and offers a deep healing to the inner child. I always find that when I work with Roman Chamomile, my creativity opens up and I give myself permission to listen to those inner nudges of creativity instead of another experience that I could have, which is having an idea and then talking myself out of it, which could come as a voice of, that's silly, that's stupid, those voices that come. When I work with Roman Chamomile, and you can use it on the belly button point that we used yesterday, the CV8, if you were here for the coriander seed, but we're actually going to work with the solar plexus today, this sense of self-will, of empowerment, and it's a really beautiful space to work with because I think it's going to give you a nice practice that you can do with yourself, whether or not you've got the oil. So we want to work on reclaiming your sense of self. I've spoken a bit about that, your sense of self-worth, and coming back home to the deepest part of yourself. And we're going to be working on this point. Actually, CV12, which is halfway between the sternal notch and the belly button or the umbilicus, right in the center here. Okay, but for ease, you can use your palm, you can use your hand. So yes, Roman chamomile, known for its nurturing and protective qualities. It's often referred to as the nourishing protector, as I said earlier, and offers gentle support to anyone that feels overwhelmed or disconnected from their inner truth, from their inner child. So take a moment, just take that all in. Take a breath. Gather your attention back on yourself and connect now with your child spirit. Let him, her, they know that you are here and that you are listening and that you are holding space for whatever it is that they want to share, express, show you. And with that, keep the breathing gentle as you watch the rise and fall of the breath to ground you into this present moment, here and now. So the solar plexus, this is the seat of our personal power, self-esteem, and relationship to desires and needs. You can place a hand there now, and I want you to imagine a golden light, a bit like the Roman chamomile, this bright, vibrant yellow with a golden tinge, streaming in through your hand into your solar plexus, and allow the radiance of this energy to activate that center, to nourish that center. So just connecting in first. And then for those of you that have the Roman chamomile with you, I've diluted mine to a 25%. So in this bottle, I put that much in and then top the rest up with carrier oil. You can put a drop on your palm, a drop or two on your palm, and then you can actually hold over the solar plexus. I have a dress on today, so I can't access it skin to skin, but ideally you want to be accessing it skin to skin. Okay, so you want to be able to activate the plant teacher with the acupoint, with the body zone, which is the solar plexus that we're working with today. For those of you that don't have the oil, you can just follow along. You can place your hand there and with every breath, invite in the nourishing and protective energy of Roman chamomile to soothe this area, to connect in with your inner child spirit and allow yourself to feel whatever wants to come up. You may notice doubts, cynicism, anything can come up, allowing it space to move and breathe. Kira, you can use the other chamomile for this. Okay, so I'll come back to the chat in a moment. So you're holding your hand there, light touch. If you want to use the CV12, of course, you can do light touch with your fingertip. But for now, we're just going to let the radiant energy, the nourishing protector, connect with your solar plexus. And I'm going to go quiet for a few moments in time. Notice what you notice, hear what you hear. Allow it to move as you breathe and hold yourself in this area. And I invite you to repeat quietly to yourself or out loud if it's comfortable. I reclaim my power, my worth. I am safe to be myself fully and completely. Inner child, I hear you. I'm here for you. If your inner child is here present with you, I want you to imagine that you are taking their hand. So with the other hand, you can imagine taking your inner child's hand and letting Roman Chamomile's energy wrap around both of you, so you can visualize it as a golden yellow light, offering comfort, reassurance, and a deep sense of safety. Allow the energy of this plant wisdom teacher dissolve any pain, any fear, and replace it with this knowing that you are worthy of love and belonging just as you are. Your adult self, your child self, all the other pieces and parts of your personality and being, just as you are. Safe, and you belong. Okay, now slowly bring your awareness back to your solar plexus. Give your child self hands a little squeeze, a little hug if you wish, knowing that you are connected and present. Feel the earth beneath you, holding you, grounding you, always there for you. And then when you're ready, rubbing the hands together, taking a smell of the oil, if you have one, if you have some. Mm. How's everybody doing? Obviously, this is a short and sweet moment together, and you may find that words come or images come, and you can not note them down, just jot them down as moments of inspiration for you to connect back inwards. You may want to write a letter. Each of you will have your own unique experience with this, and trust that. Trust that. Yeah, Chandra, I would drink the tea. It's such a lovely, soothing tea. Hey, Elena, Caroline. Yeah, I would say look into that a little bit more, because, yeah, often what happens is we will get a piece of information, a snippet somewhere on the internet, and it isn't the full story. Just like you'll get a headline in the newspaper to cast fear, you need to research these things a bit deeper. These broad statements don't cover everything, and certainly there are things that we have to put in awareness and understanding, and that is the purpose of these incredible teachings that we have, to understand and get close to these plant teachers, and to work in reverence and respect. That's why we use properly diluted essential oils out of reverence and respect for their essence. Not only does it make it go further, but it is in honoring of understanding the potency and the strength that they have. So that's what I would say to that. Hey, Sonia. Oh, Ho'oponopono. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm sure the teacher that's saying that it's not good would probably be talking about something like ingesting or using full dilution. So again, look into it a little bit further. And the way that the quality of the oil absolutely matters, Kira, 100%. And, we have to be discerning, be reverent. That's what I would say on that. Hey, Ananya, welcome. So who wants to share anything that they experienced either with Roman Chamomile just now or within the visualization, whatever that is, or if you've got any visualizations that came? We've got a few more minutes together, and I wanted to spend some time just connecting in with you. I'm going to share a couple more bits about Roman Chamomile whilst I'm waiting to see if anybody wants to engage on the chat. So it has a powerful impact on the solar plexus chakra, which is what we've just worked with. This is the vital center of our personal, psychological, and ancestrally influenced needs and desires in the material world. It regulates the dynamic interface of our inclination to nurture our ego-driven need to control, and it regulates and focuses our cultivation of self-esteem through action based on integrity. I found out something really fun. I'm going to just, it was here before. I'm just going to read this to you because I thought this was fun. Let me see. Bear with me, everybody. So, did you know that Roman chamomile was once called the plant's physician because it helps nearby plants thrive? With apple sweet scent and sunny blooms, it was sacred to the sun god Ra, known to calm anxious hearts and fevered minds. Next time you sip chamomile tea or dot its oil on your wrists, use it aroma point style or on the body zone, the chakras, imagine a golden flower whispering, "Rest now, you're safe." Nature is magic. So I liked that. I thought that was really nice thing to share. Oh, wonderful, Kira. That's amazing. Amazing. Keep drawing that light in, Chandra. Keep drawing it in. Hey, Cal. Yes, it's a very soothing oil. Feel free to check out the link that I've got for other offerings that I've got on this. April, I've studied Roman chamomile. I haven't studied wild chamomile, so I can't tell you the difference, but enjoy finding out. And let us know if you come back on another live or send me a message. I'd love to hear. Chandra, I would use the CV8, the belly button one that we did yesterday with coriander seed. That's a really great one for working with Roman chamomile. And also CV17. This midline channel works really, really well. There's plenty of other things you can work with, but for the purposes of this, I'll give you those two. Kira, I would recommend diluting it. It's a very gentle, soft oil, and I haven't ever had any. When I first began using them, I was a little bit slapdash, and I would use them undiluted. I didn't have any reactions personally. However, out of respect, I've learned over the years to dilute. So I would recommend diluting. It doesn't make their strength any less. It actually makes sure that, because they're so potent, if you think about it like this, you are distilling down the essence of a plant tree, and it's making it super, super potent and powerful. So as Caroline was talking about earlier, somebody had talked about something which was kind of like a blanket broad statement, which we have to be mindful of these blanket broad statements because it might be relevant to one particular situation, etc. But we shouldn't blanket everything with the same task. However, what I would say is that as you begin on your journey with, or continue on your journey, remember that these are very potent. And so by diluting down, it actually makes it go further. It's really helps it to be taken into this, I'm looking for a world that is more sustainable and reverent. And, I'm learning how I've taken on consumerism and capitalism and all of that. And the potency of these, by diluting them down, it's out of respect only for our bodies and for the plants. So that's what I would say on that. Chandra, the oils are expensive. The way they're distilled, the way they're made, looking after, hopefully, not everybody does this, but looking after the farmers, the soil. We have a lot of them now, they're really available to us. But the more reverential we can become and respectful we can become working with plants around us, tending to them, our essential oils, the better. It brings us back into, as I see it, right relationship. Oh, Kira, yes, have fun working with it. Oh, let me know how you get on. Violet, the word safe resonated with me during the visualization. Yeah. Caroline, let me know more what you mean. What quantities do I use? Do you mean what dilution? And Kira, yes, you're welcome. Yeah. We can, if you're on this, I'm making a general assumption because I know this is not the case for all of humanity. But we are spoilt. And in that spoiling of how much we can have, how quickly we can have it, unless we become conscious and aware, we can take things for granted. So, for example, let's talk about something like having a library of essential oils. It takes time to get to know them. And in our consumerist world, there's this tendency to want to have everything and all of them. And then you miss out on, and this is not shaming, this is literally all about like understanding that we get to build intimacy and relationship with everything in our life. And the weight that we carry, and I'm using generalization here, from the amount of things that we have, I think can be lightened where we come back into right relationship with everything around us. And that's a life journey. So Caroline, 25% I use for chamomile. I only have a little bottle, a 5 ml bottle. So generally, if I've got they're all precious, but when I call the precious oils are more the florals or low yield ones like blue tansy, rose, jasmine, generally I will do them between a 10 and 25%. So a bottle this size, I would fill up, 25% to about there, and then the rest with a carrier, or 10% and the rest with a carrier. Some other oils I work with 50%. Again, I go into this in other courses that I offer. So I hope that helps. And it depends which oil I'm working with, like I said. So generally, as a general rule of thumb, I mean, some of the hotter oils, like oregano, like clove, you want to dilute because they are potent and they can irritate the skin. And then, we can get into this whole thing around citrus oils. They're photosensitive, so you want to be mindful of using them in the sun. And this is what I mean by we're building relationship with them rather than just a blanket statement of like all of them 25%, which would be fine for most of them. But then you're always going to have anomalies. So get to know them, get to intimately know the ones that you have and understand them and work with them, meditate with them. If you're interested in something like that, I'm doing one on Thursday or Friday, I think, of how to meditate with essential oils. So oh, Kira, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it too. We're coming to the close today. Now, I believe I'm back on Thursday. Tomorrow I'm not here. We've got another session. And then I'm back next week. I can't remember who I'm working with. We're working with next week. But do come along. It's really, I love these sessions. I will take a week off or 10 days off because I am moving soon. But if I can get one in, I'm going to try. Oh, Ananya, I love you too. Thank you. Any last questions or any last shares before I go? All right. Thanks, chatting. Yeah. Check out my other offerings if you like feeling centered in the morning. Quite a lot of people are liking the morning shamanic prayer that was created with John of Either Sound in Spain. A really lovely collaboration that we did together. I find it centers me, it puts me in the middle of the directions, remembering the above and the below. Oh, Tina, great. I really have enjoyed this too. So I shall be back soon, and on Thursday, in fact. I'll see you then, and if not, I'll see you on another one. And I will say bye for now. Enjoy your Roman chamomile, spend some time with it, journal, weave it into your life. See what comes. All right, bye for now.